Hey guys, I am Foxtrot Delta, and welcome back to some more Star Trek Legacy using both the Ultimate Universe mod 2.2 and the 11 mod. And it has been a long time since I recorded a Star Trek Legacy video, or any videos in fact, and I find this happening more often than not. For those of you who do not know, who are unaware, I am in college. I am pursuing a degree in software engineering. And it takes quite a lot of time. As a matter of fact, if I was to put this past semester up against my other semesters, this was my most difficult college semester by far. Nothing even holds a candle to it. So it was hard to get everything done on time. And YouTube ended up being, it was put not even on the back burner, it was thrown off the stove entirely until the semester was over. So I apologize for that, but now the semester's done. I lived, and I have time to record, and I do want to record more Star Trek Legacy, and I also want to look into continuing the Star Trek Armada 3 campaign against the Romulans that I've mentioned several times in the past, or for those of you who are new, because there are still new people watching my videos, and I think that's awesome, so welcome. If you are new to viewing the channel, I put out videos sometimes, maybe. But I do plan to record more Star Trek Armada 3. We were fighting the Romulans using the Federation, and I think we were winning, but sometimes we were losing, and sometimes I wasn't sure. I think we're going to win, though. The AI is doing most of the work. I'm just sort of feeding off the scraps they leave behind as they win the war for me. But that's a whole different video entirely. Today, we have the Riemann Scimitar. This is one of your suggestions, actually, or it's a modified one. I think I'm going to do this in 2 different battles. So first we have a Riemann Scimitar against 8 Cardassian vessels. I think we're going to stomp them. So what's going to happen is after I win, because I'm awesome, we are going to change to the Versus Armada game mode and see if I can defeat larger fleets. Now, I think I'll be able to survive 8 ships like I have already set up, but if I up it to like 16 or 32, it might become a problem. Also, it depends on what types of ships that I face. Currently, if I take a look at my setup here, I have the Scimitar versus 2 Hitet-class dreadnoughts / battleships / I don't know what they're called in Star Trek Legacy. In Star Trek Armada 3, they are called dreadnoughts, so I keep on referring to them as dreadnoughts, but they're 2 Hitet-class ships. If you don't know what those are, they're big. They are huge. We also have 2 Kelvin-class refits, which appeared in Deep Space Nine. They were being used by the Obsidian Order to construct a fleet of warships to go up against the Dominion with the aid of the Tal Shiar. It was a joint operation between the Tal Shiar and the Obsidian Order, and they wanted to strike at the Founder's heart. And well, since there were more episodes after that one, they didn't succeed. I'll let you know right now. Otherwise, it would have been a very short. The Dominion War would have been very, very short. Deep Space Nine, while I'm talking about it, is a great series. It took me some time to get into it. The first few episodes, even the first episode, I loved the Battle of Wolf 359. I loved that intro. The rest of it was kind of difficult for me to follow, and somewhat, in my opinion, it wasn't that interesting. Now, although that didn't mean I stopped watching it. I actually bought the series, and so I had to watch it. So I continued through, and after a few seasons, I started to really like the characters. I liked the storylines. And then once the Dominion War really got going, that drew me in. I'd watch 5-6 episodes in one sitting. I couldn't put it down. So, Deep Space Nine, highly recommend it. Actually, I think all of the Star Trek series, very much so. I've not yet watched Discovery, I've not yet watched Picard. I've seen 1 episode of Picard, I saw the very first episode, I thought it was very good. Action-packed, drew in my interest, but I've not seen the rest. And I think they're doing a season 2, maybe they already have, I'm not sure, I haven't followed it that closely. And I plan to watch Discovery eventually. But now, back to our fleet, now that I'm done with that tangent. We have a Galore class here, and 3 Hideki class vessels as well. Now I know you can't see this screen, but I'm actually tabbed out to the Ultimate Universe Tools application, which lets me set up these custom battles. Unfortunately, custom battle AI is very, very poor. I think it's on easy by default. There might be a way to change that, not through a setting, but maybe by modding the game, which is something I've not explored. That being said, I am pursuing a degree in software engineering, so we'll see. And I think that is all that needs to be said. We are at, I believe it's the gates map. I'm not sure what the gates are or what they're a gate to, but hopefully there are some clues provided to us once we start the game. Purple backdrop here. You know, even though this game is pretty darn old, I think 2006, which is older than some of my viewers, I'm pretty sure. It's crazy how the years fly by. It does have some very pretty maps, even with these old graphics. Like, look at those nebulae. Those gaseous clouds just stretching to infinity. Although you can see, if I look in the corner, I think you can see the corner of the map, because this is actually one gigantic square, and sometimes you can see the edges. Anyway, it's not important. Huh. Our sun is called Cinematic Sun. I like that. Now, I'm seeing... Oh, is this a campaign map? This might be a campaign map, where we have a Vulcan ship closing on us. It's the Celea. This is from the campaign, which I haven't played in years. I probably should do that. I never finished the campaign with the Ultimate Universe mod, because I think I wiped the computer. I had to clean it, and so I lost the progress. But let's take out the Celea, so you're getting a bonus fight against the Vulcans. I should do the campaign again. I don't even know if I had the new microphone the last time I did the campaign. Ooh, that actually took out our shields, but no damage to the weapons, or any systems, actually. That's good. So all of our hull, weapons, shields, everything's fine. Usually, that's not the case when you fly into the middle of an explosion, but it has to be sufficiently large to do enough damage. There are the Hittite-class ships, by the way. Big and lumbering. Alright, we have incoming torpedoes. Let's give them something to think about. This is a Hideki class. We're chasing. Now, the Riemann Scimitar appeared in Star Trek Nemesis. A lot of people didn't like that movie, from what I can tell, but I thought it was pretty good. Space battles are always cool, and there was a hell of a space battle in that one. They're the Kelton-class refits. We have the Traeger, which is also the name of the Cardassian Galore class that was assisting the Enterprise in tracking down the Phoenix, and that's also the name of the Galore class that I built in Space Engineers, which is another game that I used to sometimes play and record, but I have not been in it for quite some time. Alright, our shields are doing pretty well. Let's cloak, get those shields back up fully. We have incoming torpedoes as well. It'd be nice if the AI could use like these shield hits on cloaked ships to track them. And honestly, what I really want to see, I've said this many times, and I've said that I've said this many times, I want to see a brand new Star Trek Legacy game. With all updated AI, updated weapons, many ships. Now, you can get sort of a similar feeling from things like Star Trek Online. You can fly around in spaceships, or starships, excuse me, from all different kinds of races. But it's very arcadey, I guess, and this is too, but there are no crazy special abilities that these ships have. It's just regular ship-to-ship Star Trek combat. Each ship has the capabilities it was designed with, and that's as good as it gets. And, I just like regular, normal Star Trek combat. Nothing fancy, no crazy abilities. No calling on the spirit of Kahless to pull me out of a sticky situation. So I would like to see some form of a brand new Star Trek Legacy. Maybe it could be an MMO. I'm not too sure. But at least something with large-scale starship combat. But anyway, it's probably not going to happen. And that is a problem that I've noticed. There's a distinct lack of Star Trek games. I mean, sure, you have Star Trek Online, which is a phenomenal game, and it's going to continue being a phenomenal game for years to come, I'm sure. But Star Trek Legacy is what, 14 years old now. And the last really, really cool new Star Trek game they came out with, in my opinion, was Star Trek Bridge Crew. And I have not seen any updates on its development. No new DLCs released. They released the Next Generation pack, which was really cool. I enjoyed that a lot. But personally, I have not played it in probably a year. So I really want to see more Star Trek games. Now, they also came out with a mobile game. I can't remember it. But it's not really my flavor. And that's not the lock on target button, that's the cloak button. Okay. I'm going to actually take out the Scimitar now. I'm tired of messing around with it. No, not the Scimitar, the other one. Praxiar. Torpedoes are out. Disruptors are firing full blast. There we go. Let's warp. Excellent. Am I at the edge of the map? No, I just stopped warping for some reason. That explosion might take out the Reklar. Oh, and it turned into a Diderich's Warbird really quickly. No, it didn't. Alright, let's now let's take out the Scimitar while we're here. Wow, those disruptors instantly cave in any kind of shielding systems any ships have. No more power to the shields, just a little bit. Now, I don't know what these little glowy points of light are. Those might be, I don't know, visual echoes of weapons hits on vessels. Maybe that's caused by the disruptors, actually? Hold on, it might be. That might be exactly what it is. Let me cloak for a second. Let's see. Let's see if a whole bunch of those appeared. No. Yeah, no, I have no idea what's causing that. Star Trek Legacy isn't the most bug-free game, especially with the mods running that I have using. Okay, we have the Traeger here that is still alive, but not for long. Closing. Full power to shields, actually. I can probably just leave that on now. And I'm not going to repair yet. I might not need to. Torpedoes are out. Ooh, solid hits at the torpedoes. The Aldara is next on the list of things that need to explode. Oh, let's see if the explosion... Yes, the explosion did some damage to it. Nice. Excellent, in fact. Oh, we are hammering the Aldara. One more torpedo? No, it wasn't enough. Okay, we'll have to come around for another pass. See if that does it. Yes, that was it. One torpedo did it. Now it's just the Reklar and then those couple of Hideki-class ships. And he's going to fly right in that explosion as well, isn't he? Yeah, he did. Took some damage there that wasn't from me. Alright, I'm going to actually warp away and get some breathing room here. And I will repair all of my systems. I think I can fight and do that at the same time. This ship's powerful enough that it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's target the Reklar. I said target the Reklar. Alright, and also, the slower you have your ship speed set, the tighter your turns are in Star Trek Legacy. For those of you who have an interest in knowing the controls and strategies. And as far as the battles go, I don't really have a strategy. As you can see, I just sort of fight things. If I'm actually trying to win, sometimes I'll put some thought into my actions, but usually if I'm in a sufficiently powerful ship, I'll just go in and hammer whatever's in there. So, like right here, I'm not being too stealthy, I'm not using my cloak much. Now, when I fight more ships, which I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do like a 16-ship match. I think I'll have to be more careful in what engagements I participate in, where I'm warping, when to use the cloak, and when to repair. There we go. So all of our serious threats have been eliminated. Now we just have these little dinky Hideki-class ships that I can probably take out in a couple disruptor volleys if I had power to the disruptors, but I don't because I'm repairing, which is a problem. When you repair the ship, this is the primary reason why I don't most often, that sometimes bites me in the end, is it detracts from your other system's power. There we go, solid hits there. A few torpedoes should do it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's see if I can get it through the shields. No. Its shields are protecting it. Now, you don't necessarily have to destroy the ship's shields entirely to do damage with torpedoes. The lower the shields are, the more hull damage you do. But I'll do it anyway. And there we go. We have prevailed over 8 Cardassian vessels. Not the cleanest fight. Not the best, not the quickest. But it was definitely cinematic. Oh, I really cloaked there. Usually it shows you the ship's outline when you cloak, but sometimes it does not. So that battle took just a hair under 12 minutes. I destroyed 7 enemy ships. I think maybe 1 was destroyed by another explosion. I'm not sure exactly. There were 8 there, unless I miscount. No, there were definitely 8 there. So, I'm not sure why I'd only read 7, because there weren't any left in the end. So I will be right back. I will change the battle to, I think, 16 ships this time. Maybe I'll add in a few more Hitet-class dreadnoughts, and a few more cruisers, maybe some Hidekis, or whatever else they have in the Cardassian lineup. I'm not quite sure. And we'll see how that battle goes. I'll be with you in just a few seconds. And welcome back. I have the Riemann Scimitar, this time fully upgraded, and we are going to be fighting 16 Cardassian vessels. The fleet is similar to the makeup of the last one, except there are 2 of them, and I've exchanged 1 Hideki-class ship for 1 Kemal-class vessel, and removed another Hideki and added a Galore. So we now have 2 Hitets, 2 Kelvin-class refits, 2 Galores, 1 Kemal, and 1 Hideki. We have 2 of those wings set up. So 16 ships on the enemy team, not the full 32. I think we could lose this. Well, no. I mean, I guess theoretically I could win if I'm exceptionally lucky, or I play the game with some kind of thought. But I also don't want this to take like 45 minutes. So we'll see how much just straight up brawling I can do in the beginning. Maybe I'll go after smaller ships first and take them out, because even though they're small and insignificant, all of them shooting at you does add up. We are at the Romulan neutral zone map. So we are defending our homeland. And where are they even? So there's 1 over there. There's 2. Okay, they are both over there. That is a very red planet. There is... let's see. Alright. So we started on the Federation side. Now, maybe these outposts actually have weapon systems. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've used this map. So let's see if... Thought I saw an explosion. Huh. So I guess here the outposts, the Romulan outposts are the enemy outposts. That's excellent. Anything coming at us yet? Other than the embassy. No, I said other than the embassy. Alright. The Cardassian Hideki-class Phoenix is first on the list of things that are going to be destroyed. Actually, I might be second on that list, though. Okay, here's the idea. Full power to Not that, apparently. Okay, change of plans. The embassy has weapons. It might be best if I were to decide which buttons I want to hit, and then warp away from these embassies. Okay, a few ships warped there. Now let's cloak. As in cloak? I mean, cloak? Okay. So now they should start going different directions, then I can sneak up on one, so full power to engines. And I can't actually see my ship except in the lower right corner. Usually it does show a silhouette. This time it does not. Okay, there's the Hideki class. It is moving at... It's actually slower than I am. So let's move towards it. If I... Oh, geez. Okay. Okay. Alright, we are heading straight down at 249 megameters per second. They're going 232. Oh, good. We're on a perfect intercept course. Almost. Actually, I should probably lead a little bit and turn my nose up. We are in torpedo range. Not quite disruptor range, though, which is where I want to be. If you look in our top left, you can see our cloak remaining power is draining. Now, I believe the Scimitar could fire when cloaked in the movie Star Trek Nemesis. But in this case, it is not letting me do that. Okay, we're still closing. Still closing. I can see it now. We're in visual range. Come on. Come on. 2,000. Or 2,500. Our cloak is almost out, but we don't need the cloak for much longer. We've lost the cloak. He should turn to attack us, because that's, of course, the smart thing to do against a warship of superior size and firepower. And there we go. Full power to weapons, please. Destroyed. Next target. You know, while we're here, I guess I will hit these. If I can.
There is no escape for you.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, maybe I'll move to the far one. Away from the enemy ships. We actually did take some damage there, I think. Okay, it's not letting me repair, so I guess I am fully repaired. Alright, let's start on the far end and work our way forward.
The Praetor demands your destruction.
I know, but yours first. Oh my goodness, look at that. I've lost shields, but they've lost more. Okay, I am repairing the hull. So far, they're down one Hideki, so there are 15 enemy ships remaining, and they're down an outpost. This might end up being quite a long video, but maybe it'll make up for the month of silence that I've had. So, we'll see. I would appreciate shield power today. I would... Okay, let's just stop moving. Okay, I think I can destroy the Hideki class before the Hitet class comes in thin range. I stand miserably corrected. Oh, I am venting something. I did take some damage. Yeah, I can't do much without my shields, unfortunately. And I'm not sure, as I point to my screen in real life, I'm not sure if that nebula is one that will benefit me or take out my shields. I mean, I don't really need to try to find a nebula to take out their shields, since my disruptors do that in about 3 seconds. Okay, our shields are almost back. And we might have to fight multiple ships here, so it could get ugly. Let's put power to weapons and shields. There we go. Shields are back online. Nearest thing is, oh, this attack class. We're almost in firing range. I guess we'll give them all we can. A little more power to the disruptors. And then shields, not shields. Torpedoes are out. A full volley. Full power to shields now. Oh, we almost took him out in one go. We did take him out in one go. Alright, one Hittet class Dreadnought battleship gone. Excellent, excellent. Next is the Vitar, full power to weapons temporarily. There we go. Come on. You have to sometimes move your camera to get the power to align properly. Not sure why. Some sort of bug. Alright, we are in disruptor range. They are in spiral wave disruptor range. But they are going to be getting the worst deal. Full power to shields. And cloak. And they are gone. Where did I go? Still more torpedoes. Okay, now that I've made it through that barrage of torpedoes, ooh, what is that? Fortunate. Oh, it's a whole convoy of Fortunate class transports just sitting there. Colonists. Huh, very interesting. Alright, we're still doing pretty well with regards to our systems. Just repair them really quickly while we're currently not being shot at, although that's going to change very shortly. They are not turning. They do not see me. No, this guy might. Yep, the Grumal sees me. No, he doesn't. Where are they? They're going after my outposts. That's what they're doing. Well, hold on then. I won't let that happen. Yeah, see? I'm the tastier target now. What if I was to take out your other flagship, huh? That's what I'm gonna do. Full power to weapons. Yeah, you can shoot at me all you like, but it won't save you. Actually, my disruptors are recharging faster than they're firing. Oh, those might be torpedo hits. He warp jumped? Also, I like that my disruptors, they're like heat-seeking disruptors. Even when they're traversing space, they still track the targets. Even when they warp, you saw them curve towards them. That makes no sense, since they're supposed to be just point-and-shoot weapons. And they're not supposed to change direction in flight, but oh well. Because they're just barrages of energy, I think. They have no guidance system. They're not torpedoes. Alright, and hello to you. Now, our command post is attacking the Prakash, the Keldon class refit. I don't know if it's going to succeed. But I know we will. Alright, command post has lost shields. Let's help them out a little bit. There you go. You can take that and maybe one of those. Is that not the coolest thing ever? There we go. Okay, we have a Galore class here. Wreaking havoc on things. Let's see if I can dismantle it from long range. Is that not super awesome? I think we also have some civilian ships in the area. Alright, Reklar, prepare to lose shields and everything else. Beautiful, beautiful. And that last barrage should do him in. This thing, everything is a joke to it. Nothing even compares to its firepower, except maybe, I think the Enterprise J could take it out really easily, as well as the Armored Voyager. That thing can take anything out really easily, with just a couple torpedo hits. Yeah, look at that. They're curving towards the target. That's so weird. They're like mini torpedoes. Alright, last target is the Keldon-class refit that's being attacked by... Oh no, it's not the last thing. Oh, the station's hitting it. The starbase. It's firing quantum torpedoes at it. Oh. Yeah, the starbase is taking out everything else. They don't need my help, but I'll help them anyway if I can. Galore class, Aldara, good night. Is that it for all remaining enemy vessels? It's just... No. No, no, no. There are still... There are two. There is a Tet class with a Keldon escort. Well, not for long. Alright, we have just two more ships to go. And... then I think we won't get the victory until we take out all enemy installations, which are also Romulan. So I'm guessing by some sort of plot they were able to infiltrate all the installations and fill them with Cardassians, and that's why the Federation is helping the Romulans in reclaiming their space. Or something like that. I'm not too sure. I'm curious what happens if I beam aboard a landing party. I know you can do that. I forgot. There are special... special actions you can take. Like if I do this, I think you can... Yeah, usually you could like scan or hail or something. So I'm kind of interested to try that out. Let's target the Tet class though. We're going super slow because we have all power set to our weapon systems. Now we're just facing down that behemoth. Which looks really cool. I believe it appeared in a video game, which I did not play. But it was originally from some sort of Star Trek video game. Because this was never seen in Deep Space Nine. I thought it was for some reason, but no, you never see this ship, as far as I know, in Deep Space Nine. But supposedly it was there. And... torpedoes. All of them. Look at that destruction. Absolutely annihilated. Alright. That should do it. That should be more than enough. As in more than enough, I mean not enough. And that is it. All Cardassian vessels are gone. I think what I can do is start hitting these installations, because the map won't end until I destroy all enemy ships and stations and emplacements. So everything here has to be destroyed. That shouldn't take too long, though, and we can see some more explosions, which is something Star Trek Legacy is very good at. And with this mod, the explosions turn into just fireworks, which is really cool.
You are clearly outmatched.
Yeah. Okay. Clearly outmatched. How about you take that and get back to me on how I'm outmatched. Now let's see if I do a hail, or did I scan it?
Maybe we should lower our shields just to give you a chance.
I hailed it. Yeah. Maybe you should, actually. Alright, let's scan it.
I tire of your ineptitude. It is time to put an end to your ship and crew. The Praetor demands your destruction.
Well, okay. What about transport?
Surely by now you see that you do not have a chance.
Huh. Okay, what if I do a tractor beam? What does that do? Nothing. Okay, well, this no longer entertains me. Kaboom. That was hilarious, though. How quickly I was able to just delete that station from existence with just a volley of torpedoes. Okay. Alright, Zone Guard 383, you are next on the menu. This has gone for quite a while. How long have I been recording? 20 minutes. So far, I've been in this battle, / talking about this battle, for 20 minutes. Alright, and then that should be more than enough to destroy it. I was wrong. There it goes. Alright, another outpost. I don't even need power to shields anymore. I can just do full weapons, I think, and just take it out from a distance with the disruptors. Let's slow to 1/4, and then just sit back, relax, and let the disruptors fly. Impact. Oh yeah, that first volley did it. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a lot of things left to destroy. Let's get moving. And let's take this out in one fell swoop.
The Praetor demands your destruction.
There we go. Next is the starbase itself, which I think I'll be able to take out with little resistance. It can shoot me, but it doesn't shoot very well. There we go. That shotgun scatter of disruptor pulses is about to impact on their shields. It instantly took them out. Now we're just taking down their hull. This is a very large structure, though. Okay, that shockwave did not destroy me. That is good. Next target. Zone Guard 173. Now I think there's some small shipyards remaining. So we have 3 more of these. That shouldn't take too long. So while I'm doing this, I might as well say other words.
You are clearly outmatched.
So first of all, I hope that you all are having a great day. And I know that the year 2020 has been absolutely nuts. If you had told me a year ago that things were going to be the way they are today, I would not believe you. I would not even entertain the thought of believing you. But, nevertheless, here we are. Now, I don't know where everyone who's watching this is from. I know that globally there are a lot of Star Trek fans, and so a lot of you are probably from Europe as well. But I'm in the United States, and things here are insane. It is likely that the majority of the small businesses that I know will no longer exist post-COVID. Many of them already don't exist anymore. They've been closed. They can no longer support themselves because they aren't allowed to have customers come in. And there's not much you can do. They still have to pay rent. They still have to pay their taxes. So it is crazy over here. Not just people dying, but just people's livelihoods being eliminated. That is my hope that by this time next year, things will be back to normal to the point where we will have forgotten what it was like this year. Somehow I feel that won't be the case, but one can hope. I believe in New Zealand they've eradicated the coronavirus entirely. A few times, actually. Which is awesome. Now that's a little bit harder to do in larger nations. But hopefully around the world we'll be seeing similar stories. I don't often talk, actually I never talk about real world events or politics or anything on my channel. And it's because I have no business talking about it here. But it's just, it's been quite a year. Now they have finally released a few vaccines. Hopefully that will speed up the decline of COVID-19. But in the meantime, all we can do is wait. So that's my one serious thought I'm going to present to you guys during this video. I don't mean to darken the mood, but the world is in a crazy place right now. So we have, what, 2, 3, 4, we have 4 more shipyards. No, I can't count. We have 3 more shipyards remaining. And then I think the map will end and we will have won entirely. Now we already did win against that fleet and the Scimitar was able to handle it. I don't think I'm going to take it up to 32. I think I'll stop here at 16. And then in the coming days I will look into continuing the Star Trek Armada 3 campaign. Which is... Star Trek Armada 3 is a phenomenal game. It's a mod for Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion. And... oh yeah, look at that. My disruptors are actually being hit by the planet's hitbox. And so... they're being absorbed by the planet. Only a few are reaching the shipyard. There we go, those ones hit. Now, these torpedoes should hit. There we go. So I plan to continue Star Trek Armada 3. Maybe I'll do more Space Engineers. I'm not sure. It's been so long since I've played Space Engineers. There hasn't been any time, unfortunately. And the thing I loved about Space Engineers was because not only was it space, not only could you build Star Trek ships, but you could also program scripts. You could run computer programs on your ships to do different tasks. And you guys saw, if you watched those videos, I made many videos talking about Space Engineers C# scripts. And that was really cool. I made a tic-tac-toe game, which served no useful purpose, but it was cool, and I really enjoyed making that. I made that mostly in one day, and I spent a few other days just working out a few errors and bugs. But it was mostly done in just one day. I also made a ship-to-ship communication system in Space Engineers that you could use either laser antennas or radio antennas, and you would type on an LCD, and then it would appear on all other LCDs on that frequency. And it also had like your username or whatever name you chose to send the message with, so that was also really cool. So there are quite a few games that I want to look into playing more of on the channel once I have the time, which I should have some time in these few weeks before my next semester starts. And I think we're about to win the match. Yes, we have prevailed. All enemy fortifications and vessels have been eliminated. I don't know how long that took. Most of you are probably already gone. I fully respect that. I would have left too. But if you enjoyed my rambling, I do appreciate that. As a human being, I do like to ramble. That battle took just over 28 minutes. We lost nothing, obviously. I destroyed all enemy vessels. For some reason, it only says 9. I'm not sure why. I've given up on the mathematics that they use to calculate enemies killed. It's hopeless. You're never going to get the correct answer, and that's okay. You don't need to. The game still works, and that's the important part. Star Trek Legacy, despite being extremely dated and buggy at times, is a source of joy and relaxation. And I like being able to just sit back, play it, and also talk. I enjoy talking to you guys, even though we're not having a real-time conversation here. It's nice to be able to put my thoughts out there. And that's something I've missed in the time that I haven't been playing Star Trek Legacy and recording videos. I've missed just talking to you guys, because there are some spectacular people out there. You guys are just spectacular people who are watching my videos. And the comments you leave are always very heartwarming, and it means a lot to me that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out. I'm not the best public speaker, and actually, I've mentioned this in the past. Before, I used to do more videos where I'd just give updates and talk about, 20 subscriber special, which was amazing. It's still amazing. I thoroughly love just thinking about how many people there are who enjoy what it is that I enjoy doing. And that's so cool. Even like the first 20 subscribers, even the first 5, I was shocked. I thought people are going to just see these videos, click away from them, they're not interesting. And at the time they weren't very interesting, and they still aren't very interesting, but there are those of you out there who really enjoy them, and I deeply appreciate that. And I appreciate that you're enjoying my newer videos as well. It's this isn't any sort of wow, I'm really going off on tangents here. This isn't any sort of like job. I don't get paid for this. I'm not monetizing my videos. This is just a fun hobby. And I've mentioned this in my earlier videos. I think I did. That when I was growing up in like elementary school, I did have, and still do have, to some extent, a stuttering problem. I am a stutterer by nature. I stumble over my words. I can't get them out. It used to be when I was introducing myself to someone else, I would just lock up. So it was difficult. And, I'd go up to like the lunch counter and say what I wanted to eat, and I wouldn't be able to get the words out. And it was humiliating. It was debilitating. And it's not something that you'd think of. Like, you'd look at someone, you wouldn't know that they have issues with basic human communication. But I did. And it wasn't really until I started recording YouTube videos that I became comfortable talking. I became comfortable with the sound of my voice. I became better at speaking. I was able to better convey my thoughts. And the stuttering, it didn't vanish. It still happens sometimes. But it lessened to a degree where I no longer thought about it. And because I didn't think about it, and didn't get nervous about it, and because I didn't get nervous about it, it didn't happen. Because normally I'd stutter when I was nervous. But because I was nervous to speak, because I was a stutterer. So it was this self-fulfilling prophecy every time. And talking to you guys and making YouTube videos broke that cycle. And that's something that I am always going to be ever thankful for. And yeah, it kind of gets me right in the heartstrings there. So, if you go back and watch my earlier videos, I've had people ask me, even years ago, did someone else make your videos at the beginning? Are you the same person? Because I sound so very different. And that's because, well, it's just because of just hours and hours and hours and days of listening to myself talk. I was able to finally figure out how I wanted to sound when I spoke. I was able to perfect that sort of radio voice. When I'm talking in normal conversation, I do sound like this. But it's to a lessened extent. I don't enunciate as clearly. But because when I record, I have this microphone and it puts real-time feedback into my headset. I can hear exactly what I sound like when I'm saying things. So I'm able to adjust all of the little imperfections, at least I try to, that I notice. And over the years, I've gotten better and better at speaking because I notice these things, these issues that I have, these little verbal tics that I produce, and these little mispronunciations, and I'm able to correct them as I'm hearing them. And so over time, my voice has gotten better and better, and actually, I was able to... This is an interesting turn of events. For my high school graduation, I was able to give one of the speeches. There were only 3 people picked to give a speech. It wasn't the valedictorian, it was just 3 people. If you were in like the top 20 class rank, I think you were able to be eligible to give a speech at graduation. And I think I was rank 20. So I was one of the people who was able to audition, and they liked the way I sounded, and so I was able to give a speech at my high school graduation. And this is coming from a boy who thought that he would never be able, who told his speech therapist he would never be in a position where he would have to give any sort of public address. He would never speak in public. I was convinced I would never need to address a crowd, never need to address a bunch of people. But then I started doing YouTube. It's so cool. It's so cool. And I'm just going off on tangents here, but I just really wanted to take the time to just let you guys know how much I appreciate you being here, and how much it has completely changed my mindset and what I do. Completely changed my life. You know, I used to be ashamed of the way I talk, and now I'm proud of it. So, I've talked long enough, I think. So, hopefully I will be back with more videos very shortly. Probably more Star Trek Legacy first, and then I'll do more Star Trek Armada 3. Also, probably some Star Trek Star Trek Online coming soon. And one of you in the comment section I noticed said you wanted to see more Cosmeteer, which is a game that I still have installed. I have not played it, honestly, in a very long time. I've not followed its development much. I know they were bringing it to Steam, and I don't know what happened with that. I think there's still the version of it online that I'm going to be using. So I might do more Cosmeteer videos. I'll have to rebuild some ships, maybe build some more Star Trek ships, and maybe I'll do some online battles. I'm not sure. But more YouTube stuff to come. I have not disappeared off the face of the earth. I'm still here. I upload less frequently, but I'm still here, and I will, as far as I know, I will always be here. I will always be making videos when I can. And it's been quite a long time. Actually, this upcoming December 26th is the... Oh gosh, is it 5 years? let me do some quick calculations here. So let's see. I started in 2015, December 26, 2015. I've been doing this for 5 years. Oh my gosh. That is incredible. Thank you for being here. I know there are some of you here who were there from the very beginning, in 2015, 2016, and thank you from the bottom of my heart, and the top, and everywhere else. So, I'll let you guys go. I'm done speaking. If you guys enjoyed this video, well then please be sure to leave it a like, and if you are not subscribed and you want to see more, well then please subscribe, because sometimes I have Star Trek Legacy videos coming out. I used to have them every day. Now it's that's changed, as I've mentioned many times. But I always have more Star Trek Legacy content coming out at one time or another. It's always going to be here. If for whatever reason you guys did not enjoy the video, I do apologize for that deeply. And I ask that you leave a comment in the comment section, let me know what it is that I can do to improve the next videos that I produce, so that hopefully you guys will enjoy them. I do appreciate constructive criticism. And if you want to see any specific type of ship or battle scenario like this one, I do read through the comments. There are quite a few of them, so it takes me some time to get through them. But scenarios that jump out at me, I will try to do. I'll do my best to include them in my future videos. And I think I'm done here. So as always, I am Foxtrot Delta. I hope that you guys are all having a thoroughly, phenomenally wonderful day. And I will see you next time